Hey, it's RC, the Pre-Jump podcast. We're getting it live tonight. I've got Mr. DJ Regained with me in on the desk here, and Enigma will be here eventually. He's a little delayed with everything that's going on, so we'll just we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. What's up, DJ? How's it going, my man?
Yo, what's going on? How's everyone doing? How are you doing?
I I'm on fire, and by on fire I mean like, please somebody come put me out with a fire extinguisher.
We made it work.
Oh God. No Enigma as of yet. He will be here in a little bit. He is, I think he got delayed at the hospital. I didn't realize man works in a hospital. What a stud. But yeah, he apparently had to stick around for a little bit longer. So, it is what it is. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what's going on. So, for everybody who has been following along with the season, who's getting geared up, ready to play, and quite frankly, ready to dominate like this man right here did last season.
Of course.
We've got the draft tomorrow, hosted by Fiend. Hosted by Fiend. We have experience in the booth tomorrow. It won't be a scuff stream. Oh God, DJ. So, my man, you've been through the draft before, right?
Yeah, a couple seasons ago.
Okay. I guess before we kind of get into it too hard, can you tell our people, as I turn down this music a little bit because it's super loud, can you tell these people, I guess, what there is to expect here going into the draft, like as a player?
So, as a player, I mean, it's been a couple seasons, but season 16 is when I was in the draft. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it goes from Prem down or Emmy up. It's one of the two. And
it normally starts Prem, if I remember, which I'm gonna be honest, hot take. I kind of believe it should start Amy and go up, but
I agree, but so all 32. Well, depending on the tier, if there's 32 franchises in this tier, then each GM gets to take their players unless they traded it away. But depending on your MMR, you'll probably know around when you'll be taken. I mean, I joined at top of vet, so I got taken in the first round. But you always got to stay around because you never know when you're going to get taken. I've seen a lot of low MMR people get taken in the first round, and they normally are the best ones in the tier. So, should be good.
This is why I'm glad I get to ask you about your experience with it. You want to know how many times I've been drafted before?
I'm going to guess 3.
Never. I've never been drafted.
What? How does that work?
Season 15, I was Perm FA. They needed rival FAs to move me to FA, so I never had to be drafted. This will be my first season ever, and I'm glad you're telling me what to experience because, my man, I am literally thrown for a loop for tomorrow.
Dude, it's interesting because my greatest example was, I mean, you wanted me to shout him out, but my boy Cloudy, who I have on my elite team right now, was tier min elite last season. And he was one of the best people in the tier. He made it to the finals. I mean, I beat him because I'm just the best, but he went up like 100 MMR from last season. So it's like anyone can be a tier breaker.
That's fair. Well, my man, we can sit here and jaw about some nonsense and kind of just go at it, but I think everybody's here to hear us talk a little bit about. Maybe let's talk a little bit about some of these notable promos that are going to be coming out of the draft. Players that we realistically should be looking at and kind of expecting to, I don't know, maybe see how they, I guess I shouldn't expect anything out of them yet. We'll see how they transition into their new tiers. Because, I mean, you can at least speak from experience, I would presume, that getting promoted is kind of fun, right? Because you go from being top of your tier, you're one of the best players, and now you're realistically either towards the bottom or the mid, so it's kind of fun. It's new. It's a relearning game.
Oh, it's a huge learning curve. It's crazy.
So let's start a little bit out of this. Let's start actually in Amy. Let's start with Altered Sparky, who we actually got to see some extra play from in last night's Noli Memorial Tournament. So Altered Sparky, we saw him perform fairly well last season. I'm getting my SPV sheet pulled up, so I'm not totally just winging it. I mean, I am winging it, but I'm not completely winging it. You know what I mean?
Get mine up too. There we go. Awesome.
Altered Sparky, my man. Yeah. Amy, top of the tier, SBV wise, 94.2, 50 games played. That's only a single promo? No, it's a double promo.
It's a
Oh,
double promo.
no! Scuffed for sure. That's a third segment player. My bad, people. My bad. We are going to have to skip Altered Sparky for a second and get into Mini Technics, who we actually also saw participating in the Nole Memorial Tournament. So we're actually seeing a lot of RSC people keeping warm, staying active, getting involved. Mini Technics though, 75.1 SBV, 41 games played. Let's see here, 49 goals. Man's a shooter. Oh goodness gracious! And then he's got 32 assists. So yeah, I mean, going from Amy to Contender. I mean, I can't personally speak from experience. Never got to experience Sammy. Numbers, if you want to make it happen, $20 can be put in your pocket. I'm just saying, like $20 is $20. But TJ, for sure, we like. Amy's the hardest, or the highest growth, right? Like we know that players go in.
Oh yeah.
They're lower echelon, and then they just, as they develop communications and play with team, they totally boost up pretty quickly. How do you think these AMI players, like Technic Music, Mini Technics, Who Alto, and PSG Icy 2587, 75.1, 73.8, and 71.9, how do you think they're all going to fare going into Contender, my man?
Honestly, I wish I had better info because I definitely could have joined the league a lot earlier, so I could have been able to deal with lower tiers. But I've seen enough. Like I've watched a bunch of AMI teams on like show matches nights, and honestly, I feel like the first like AMI Contender is definitely just the time of just once you realize what you need to do, it shouldn't be that bad. So I think all of them will fare out pretty nicely. So that'll be good for them, and maybe they'll go up again.
Do you have the contract sheet pulled up? I don't have listed here in my notes, get to the Choppa. There's no way this man is still an AMI. Like, there's a 0% chance.
Let me take a look. I do have it up. He's in Contender now.
Okay, he did get promoted too. Got a shout out to him. I literally casted a match with half of these players in it yesterday. Like, and I was like, oh my god, these aren't AMI players. Because, yeah, Choppa was playing, I believe, with D. Kami and Ari. I think those were his teammates. And he literally filled in pretty well. He had a couple clutch goals. He looked tremendous on the pitch. And he filled in rotationally a lot better than I would have expected out of a player who just played in AMI. So I think we're going to be surprised this year with some of the players that are coming up from AMI going into Contender and how incredible they're going to be playing.
I completely get that, dude. I've watched a bunch of, I mean, my experience of watching an AMI team, there's one guy that I saw that was hitting flip resets, and I'm like, this AMI player is better than me, and I'm 5 tiers higher than him. So I have no idea. It's a mixed bag of a tier.
God. It is, and it's so wild, right? Because like when you watch AMI or even Contender, like you'll see players who come into the league and their ability to hit the ball is, yeah, it's acceptable. It's okay. Like, you know, they're not whiff citying it up in here, but they're having a fun time. But then like you start seeing, I know last season we had Raichu coming out of AMI, and he was hitting like flip resets in the AMI playoffs. And I'm like, dude, what is this? What is this? I can't even hit a flip reset.
It's crazy. We love AMI though. Crazy tier.
Oh, dude, I will glaze AMI for days. AMI's my favorite tier by far. Those dudes are just in it for the love of the game.
That's awesome.
Tendy, you want to shout out? I love your notes here. You want to shout out or talk about who's getting moved in Tendy and who's getting moved up from to where? I guess I should say.
Dude, I need to talk about the one and only Tech 4's Contender team. I think if you're anywhere around that tier, you know what they did last season. I don't want to take a guess because I don't want to get it wrong, but they did not lose many games, and I feel like all of them could be Chally right now and start. Especially, I wouldn't know. He's a third segment player. I can't talk about him yet, but
oh my guy, you can't do it. Okay, I did it first. You can't just do what I do. That's not how this works.
But we got Lorak, we have Zach, and we have Illusion, who were all great players on that team, and they were all just killing it. I mean, let me pull this up. I feel like Illusion was their sub, and even then he could start on a Chally team. Let me see. Yeah, we have Lorak, who had a 66 SPV and an 86 IDR in 56 games.
Dude, Lorak? Dude, he grinds 6-mans. Man's
It's crazy.
Dude, he's gonna be solid. He's been playing against players like Bevsky, myself. I don't know why they let me play in the lower class 6-mans, but yeah, like I'll be down there playing. We had Nero, who is in Master, now in Elite. Like he's playing against some good and I think as much as I don't want to be like, oh yeah, like play against tougher competition will make you better, but like I really do think like playing against 6-mans, playing against those better guys will probably make you a better player. At the end of the
100%.
day.
Especially for me, if I see them going against Prem players, I definitely don't play very well, but it's definitely a good experience to see it. But it's also crazy to see what lower players can do against whenever they have to face something.
And it's kind of nice, right? Like, so when I first joined the lower class 6-mans and I was playing against, I love Balto in there, always invited, my man, that cookout is absolutely solid. But no, playing with all these lower class dudes, and like, when I first started playing it, I'm able to throw in the hesitations, I'm able to throw in the air carries, I'm able to throw in off the ceiling shots, and they're not really knowing what to do there because they're not used to accuracy. At the end of the day, like, yeah, it's kind of nice when you turn around and you start seeing later on, when you're playing against them later on, you go, okay, that guy, he didn't fall for the fake. What's going on? Like, I actually have to, like, start playing. I have to start being good. So they really do grow pretty quickly.
Especially if they grind the game, because then they know what to expect, and it makes them a lot better when it comes down the line to RSC. And you just see the crazy stuff they can pull off.
Dude, this song is way too hype for a podcast. I gotta go to a new song. There we go. That's a little calmer. Like, it was like the most like amped up, I'm gonna go work out, pump some iron, like Monster Cat song.
Instead, we talk about Rocket League.
Oh god, I know we're talking about Rocket League, but dude, I can't be hyped for an hour and 10 minutes. I'm gonna be absolutely dragging it by that time. Let's see. So we've talked about a little bit about some of the contender promos. We talked about the Amy promos. Prospect, I'm gonna have to skip him. I'm gonna love to come back and dog on him a little bit. Beanie 92 in Chally, what a stud. Played underneath him for the bakery for a little bit in the off season. Really upset we couldn't make it work, but my man he's a fun dude, absolutely fun dude to hang out with. Trav got moved up to Chally, and Last has got moved to Chally. Let's look at some stats here. I keep forgetting the SPV sheet's not organized by tier. So, like, I started in Amy, I went to Chally, and now I'm having to scroll all the way up to Prospect.
Yeah, it always confuses me. There we go.
So, Trav, 84.5 SPV, and he only got single promote. What is it? Where is he at, cost-wise, in Chally?
He is at...
Because we're starting to get into those tiers, like, when you start getting into the 32-team tiers, your cost really does matter. Like, if you're a cheap Chally player, you can get picked up. You might ride the bench, but you've got a good chance at least being on a team. But if you're an expensive promo, kind of makes me nervous. And being at the 84.5, that's kind of that territory.
Yeah, and a cheap pickup is not what he is. He is 1265,
Ooh.
Which is 35 below max. So,
yikes.
It's a little rough.
That is going to be tough. I've had the luxury of being super cheap in Elite for the last couple seasons, so like teams will talk to me. They'll be like, "Hey, we'll pick you up, but you're probably going to be a fourth. Just expect it." But at least I'm guaranteed a team and some practice. That makes me nervous. 84.5 through 36 games. He played for the Sparks with Slolo, somebody we're going to bring up later. What do you think? Yay or nay? You think that's going to be good, or you think he's maybe a little too expensive for a promo?
I feel like, I mean, I could see a player being brought up that much with like 100 RPV, but like, don't get me wrong, that's a great season of an 80, what is it, an 89 RPV, but obviously if they're gonna put him up that high, he has to be that good. So I would probably, I mean, I think it might be worth it. I haven't seen him play, so
I think it's a coin flip, right? Because he could. Like, we've seen promos do well, like,
yeah.
very well in their new tier, and just pop off, do super, like, just get all the stats, look great. But we've also seen some that were like, oh, we're going to promote you, and we're going to make you kind of expensive. And the lights might be a little too bright. This pace might be a little too quick. Because suddenly they're lagging behind. They're struggling. They just can't adapt. So, I'm gonna have to ride the fence on this one. I can't say yay or nay on this player.
Gotta see. Hopefully, I'm hoping he does well, just because. Gotta hope that he plays how he's worth. But
Where they put Lazes? He only played 18 games, 76 SPV, coming out of the season. So I mean, he was promoted, but I can see him being much cheaper, like 12, 15,
yeah,
12, 20.
it's also hard to tell with the players that haven't played much. Like, it's kind of hard to see how they can play.
Oh yeah, and it's so tough to be like, oh yeah, they've only played 16 games. We're gonna go ahead and promote them, and it's like, well, that could have been like Tech 4. I think played 4 games in Chally last season and had like 100 SPV or some shit.
That's crazy.
Oh, I'm calling it now. They should put Tech 4 in Elite. Maybe it was 2 seasons ago. I know he did it once. I literally remember him being like, oh yeah, I subbed up. Also, it dropped like 100.
Tech needs to get them that 4th time.
Oh god. Slid. No. Enzo put him at 50 in Premier? Oh my god.
What? That's crazy.
Promote him out of the league. Like,
Make him a bubble player.
make him a bubble player.
Straight to RLCS.
Planting cargo, step aside. Here comes Tinsel. Oh man. So wait, sorry. Did you pull up his contract? I don't have that sheet pulled up.
Yeah, wait, for who's do you need?
For oh god, I had him pulled up, man. We got thrown for a loop. Laz's LazYZ dot.
Yeah, Laz's had. What do we have? We have a 76 SPV.
No,
a
I
90...
bet his contract sheet. How
Oh,
expensive?
contract sheet.
We already
Sorry.
talked about his stats.
I was about to say. Here we go. He is 1240.
1240?
Yeah, it's a little bit towards the middle. Maybe a little bit up.
They're really not playing around with these promos. Like,
Yeah.
So, season 15, I finished with a 78.7 after 20 games. SBB. I think my RPV would have been calculated at, like, 85. Like, it was decently high for Rival. I didn't get promoted. I got moved from bottom of Rival to, like, towards the top of Rival that season. And my man, like, that at least felt reasonable because teams had to build around me, but, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, 1240 for a 76, that's
A little unforgiving.
That's kind of harsh.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, man. Nero, we are not gonna team. You need to stay in Master, and I will stay in my tier, and you can just stay away from me.
I'm glad he's out of Elite. I don't need him demoing me anymore.
I thought he
can stay there.
Elite.
Oh, he's back in Elite?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That's why I kept making a joke. I was like, I'm gonna report you like 1,000 times. Get you
Probably
back
is
to
still
Master.
Elite. Him and RB Legend are the 1-2 of I don't want to play them because I get demoed too much. I think they're both in my tier.
What do we got? What do we got next? We're going into going from Chally into Rival here. There's only a couple. There's Spite, Spite
I put in
Dot, and NJ111. What? I'm sorry. Who is? Okay, so I see Spite Dot on the SPV sheet at 70.3. They promoted a Chally player with only 6 games played. Are you
That
kidding me?
that's crazy.
That's such a small sample size. Like, what if he popped off for one or for two series? Like,
They were more forgiving with this one though, because he is pretty much tier min rival.
that's
This one, it's still a little crazy though.
that's a lot. Like, my man. I know he had
That's
like a 70.3, which by the way, 70.3 is borderline promotion, right? Because you're gonna see people like Enigma didn't get promoted. He's at 69.3, or at least I don't think he was promoted. He might have been promoted. But no, like, dude, am I tripping? Am I losing my mind here?
that's a little crazy.
That makes me a little nervous.
Because they changed up the system right this season for placing people.
They went with a new formula, which kind of caused some weird placements. It tried placing me back in Rival.
That was yeah.
That wasn't gonna happen. Let's
No,
be real.
definitely not.
That was never gonna happen.
Definitely not.
But okay, we 6 game sample size. He could, who knows? He could actually be 100 SBB player equitable. He could really just be that guy.
Yeah.
But my man, that kind of makes me nervous. We'll see. We'll have to keep. I'm gonna write his name down. We'll have to keep an eye on Spite and see how he plays out, because he could be that guy, or he could be a dude where we're like, all right, maybe let's put him back in Chally. Like let's give him a chance. Let's give him a chance. You're right, Julian. It is an extremely difficult job, and for the most part, they do very well. And the worst part is it's not a guaranteed science. You can't just look at it and go, okay, this person's got an 80, they're obviously promotion worthy, or you can't look at somebody and go, this person's a 60 and they should stay. Like, theoretically, depending on how the team is constructed, who they rely on, who they play through, who takes more shots than others so they can farm their SPV and eventually, affect their RPV. Like, there's a lot that goes into it, and they have to make some extremely difficult judgment calls, and quite frankly, as much as we're going to be like, I don't know if I agree with this statement, or I don't know if I agree with this placement, I don't know if I can do any better. Like, yeah, we're talking about it, but I don't think I can really do any better.
That's why it's good that you don't always have that many tier breakers. I mean,
Right.
obviously, it definitely works. You gotta hope you find the tier breaker, because there's always gonna be one. Maybe it could be him. We'll never know.
Before we kind of move into the next tier here, just a quick shout out to anybody who is tuning in that isn't a part of RSC, that's considering playing an RSC. In the towards the bottom right corner, that QR code is a link directly to the RSC Discord. If you want to play, right now signups are closed. I believe PermFA signups are open already for the season, so you can jump in. Nero, oh my goodness. Okay, but yeah, you can jump on in. Get moved, put as Perm FA. You might get moved to Reg FA during the season. It's not super likely. They try to avoid it just because there are different checks and balances that Numbers takes in the off season. But at least it can get you ready and get you familiarized with a lot of the players, the GMs, and the teams, so you can actually get ready for season 20. Also, before we continue, DJ, I just want to shout out. Packer Jags let me know they had 557 reports this off season.
Oh
for
my!
398 players.
That's crazy.
398 players that had to be manually looked at, reviewed, adjusted, and replaced. Like, that is a lot.
I know I definitely got a couple of reports, but they were nice to me. I'll take it.
Oh man. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little salty when Numbers got the committee head award of the season, and then I kept seeing more and more of what work they have to do, and I'm just like, I get it. My man, take us through vet. Who's getting moved into vet here?
Okay. Well, obviously we have some people that we're gonna talk about later, but the people that I saw are We have 13, who was on a team that I remember because they were the team that played before I played in my vet finals. That was a 13, 14, 15 team, which that was a great team to watch. But going into it, we have
Well, that wasn't vet finals, right? I think that was
that was a
rival
rival
finals.
final.
Because that
Yeah,
was the Matza Marauders.
yeah, that was some team. But 13, which only in let's see, he had 20 games played, but he had a oh my god, he had a 104 SPV, a 115 IDR, and a 109 RPV, which is just absurd. I don't understand that. In let's see, that's crazy. And let me see, the other person that we have is a good friend of mine. We have Donk, who is now, I believe, is still on Teddy Bears, who is now in Vet, who I'm pretty sure had he had an 88 RPV, no, an 80 RPV, sorry, and an 88 SPV in 56 games. So he was a great player last season. Played a lot with him, and I think they both would do very well this season, just because I've seen both of them play. Plus, I know Vet a lot, and Vet is interesting.
Enigma, my man. I didn't realize you were up there. My bad. My bad.
I'm just hanging out. I'm just hanging out. No worries.
Oh, I gotta turn you way up. Holy heck! All right, try
Oh
again,
no,
my man.
not this again.
Ah, there we go. That's much better. Okay, they'll be able to at least hear you. Yeah, I put you in the with a weird background because you'd be a little late and I wouldn't have a cam set up. So I was like, I'll give him some black waves. That'll be enigmatic.
Looks like my soul. Yeah, enigmatic. That's a great term. I like it.
You betcha, buddy. Ah, you
And
missed
they,
all the
I'll
lower
get
tiers
earlier.
too, dude. Like, come
I
on.
know. The only thing I have knowledge on. That's crazy.
Oh,
Uh,
dude.
so now I'm just here to make remarks and agree with
Hey,
you.
hey, no, don't agree with me. Agree with DJ. No, we really haven't like disagreed on anything so far.
No,
But no, I played against 13 DJ earlier on while I was in season 17. Just kind of helping out. Not season 17, season 16, I think. I think that's when they won, right? Season 16.
yeah, it was season 16 because I lost right after them.
Right, because yeah, like they. I remember my team didn't make the playoffs, and it was me and I think not Kaido and T-Sant were helping them warm up, and maybe Irish too, just trying to get them warmed up for that playoff run. And they look monstrous. I mean, 14 and 15, I believe, went up to rival, or not to vet. Oh my goodness, total brain fart there. Yeah, they went from rival to rival. But no, they were solid, and I definitely think he's got what it takes to hang in vet. I don't know if he's going to be your star scorer. I don't think that was his play style, but I definitely think he's going to be a really good two-man for a good team out there.
Oh, 100%. Because Vet is one of those tiers where, I mean, I was a higher up Vet player when I was there, but there were a lot of lower players that were very, very good, and they were like up there in SPV. So I do have faith in both of them.
I just realized this. That's a great little gap. That's perfect. Scuff Street. Be Scuff Street. Or just Tree Frog in a costume. Enigma. Are you Enigma or are you actually Tree Frog?
That's a personal question. I'd rather not answer. I plead the fifth.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, DJ. We're getting into elite category here. Players from vet to elite. We have tons. Alpha Chuck. Alpha Chuck's a solid player. I think I saw him play. Was that would have been wasn't Alpha Chuck in elite before?
I don't believe so. I could be wrong. Let me see something.
No, Alpha Chuck was for Need for Speed's vet team. That's right. I can't believe I just forgot that because I was a coach for that franchise last season. Dude, running double duty has my brain sideways. 85.1 SPV. That's right. He was the man himself for that team. Holy heck. Yeah, as I'm looking over these stats, like it's jogging my brain. 66 goals, 45 assists, 96 saves. I think he'll be fine. You know.
Yeah, well, he'll be fine.
I
100%.
Oh, Gizmo. Armo got promoted. Let's go,
Yep.
Armo. Roxy Burr, Flashes, Lil Pit. Actually, I gotta go back to Armo. That's gonna be a fun one because I think they maintained Krieger and Kenny.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they're still under. I know Krieger's at least still under contract. And that man, former master player, first off, went down, played for the Syndicate with me. We were absolutely insane. Great guy too. Went over to the bakery, and the fact that he's still an elite. There's no way. Right?
He might actually still be an elite.
He had a 61.7. He might still be an elite. He might just be towards the top end of elite, but he's definitely there.
Oh, yep, there he is, 1630. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be an elite. Dude, that's going to be fun.
Yeah. Especially because I hated your team back when you were with Kruger and Palo. That was some team.
That was so broken. The fact that Palo and Krieger both moved down from Master and then somehow Skim drafted both in the same draft. I was thrown for a loop. I was like, okay, I might not be playing this season. And then I think our third just didn't show up to anything at the beginning, and I had to step in, and it worked. Like, it worked well. God, that could have been amazing.
And then I had some flashbacks when Palo got put in elite to start the season, but he got moved back up. So thank God for that. I got worried.
Oh God, I think that would have been nuts. Over under for the time I get out of work, supposed to be 7:30 PST. I'm taking the over. I think you're getting out after 7:44, Chulane. You taking the over? You taking the under, DJ?
Let's see, 7. I'll take. You know what? You took the under. I'll take the over.
No, I took the over. What? There's only 10 minutes left. I took the over. Are you kidding me?
No, that one's under. Hold on. We're speeding home. We're speeding home. But don't speed. Don't speed though. But I'm taking the under.
No, it's just when he gets out of work. It's not when he gets home. It's when he gets out of work. So he could clock out literally right now and make me wrong, or he could clock out in 10 minutes and, you know, I could be right. So I'm just saying, Chulane, the homie.
Oh, I'll take the under. Just check out right now. I'll take the under.
Oh God. Is there a way we can do? I don't know how to run the gameplay.
Oh God.
I would do it too, man. If I could figure out how to do it, that would be so solid. Start placing bets on when people get off work. No, sorry. Now that I've derailed the conversation yet again, we've got Roxy Burr, Flashes, and Lil Panda. I think I played with Lil Panda in one of the combines, and he looked pretty good. I'm not seeing any names in here outside of the first two that we talked about that I'm like super in the know about. That's
the one
not
that
exactly my forte.
Is Roxy. Roxy is now on whale defense, I believe, and he's one of those players that I know are either going to be one of the top of elite or one of the bottom. It just depends how he plays.
Is that the same Roxy that used to be like 14 or 15?
I think so. I do believe so.
If that's the same Roxy, he's definitely mechanically inclined, a good scorer, and a problem for me to play with this season.
Yeah, it should be something. It should be something.
Oh, dude, that'll be solid. Let's see here. Promoted elite to master. Oh, here's some names. These are some people we've seen.
These are some names. Yup.
Likewise. Oh my God.
One of the worst players in the tier, obviously.
Worst players in the tier.
Yep. And the only reason why I have a trophy next to my name, if you look at my name in RSC. I mean, I was gonna put Greg on here too, but Greg was not feeling it this season, so Greg was gonna be a player to watch in Master.
I need to drop my camera for just a second so I can go ahead and grab this mess real quick. I don't know if I'm allowed to show that.
But also for elite, we have one of my personal goats, Avatar Mans, who absolutely killed it this last season. He unfortunately lost to the team that I beat in finals, but he was a great pickup, and he'll be a great master player, along with Noah, who, of course, Dr. Skim Milk has, because he drafts all the greatest players. And let's see who else. Who else do we have?
Best draft class ever this season coming in. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, it's crazy.
These are the highest picks he's ever had, holding that point, and they're all middle of the pack.
Oh yeah, I saw like the sheet of like the average picks.
Yeah, and it's his highest ever. Like,
Which could be good for him because now he'll be able to draft even better players. Even though he already drafts great players, should be interesting to see.
okay, I lied. It's maybe because my camera was about to die on my phone, and I was trying to find a charger for it. But no, I don't have a charger for it, so we're just gonna have to hold on here. Let's change my input to. Maybe. Oh man, that is terrible. That is like low quality. Ah, there it is. Let's go. Okay, we're back.
There we go.
We've got my really cheap webcam to fill in now for my dying phone, pleading for mercy after so much usage today.
I gotta set that up still.
Set up what? The cam?
My cams. I have this app for my phone.
Jeez.
And I've never used it before.
It's not hard, dude. I'm telling you, it's not that bad.
I thought about grabbing like a $15 camera from Walmart, but I didn't feel like being pixelated.
Feel like pixelated.
No. Wasn't trying to come in here at 720p.
So, dude, I'm literally at. I know it's technically like 1080, but it's so bad. It makes me look purple, which is the worst part. Oh god. Oh, yeah, DJ. So, by the way, this is what a podcast looks like when I am totally just scatterbrained. So, fair warning.
It's okay. It's the perfect one for me to be on.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's only one other tier to really kind of hammer out, and that's Master promoting into Premier. And I'm not surprised by the two names you've given me for notable players to look at, because like Treesy's really good, but then like you also put Gavalanche, who, I mean, come on, MVP of Master, clearly was that guy for his team. Yeah, like that's your boy. That's
a not even tier max elite player that I think lost in the first round of playoffs, goes to Master and just destroys everybody. I mean, it's crazy.
Dude, I love the fact because you were at the Boston LAN, you saw it. The fact.
Oh,
that
I
game was
wasn't.
like,
I wish I was.
oh, were you? Oh no.
No, I didn't go.
Gosh,
I wish I went. I wish I went.
I love this story. I love telling it every time. He registered through Boston College for a like twos tournament, and he had Ghosty as his teammate. And they went out and they ended up they made it to like the finals of that tournament. It's a $500 payout. They ended up playing against like a player from FaZe Clan and somebody else, like a sub from FaZe Clan or something. Yeah, like they ended up playing like actual like bubble players, and it was just nuts.
That is nuts. I mean, it's also Gavin Ghosty, so it doesn't surprise me either. They're both disgusting, and Gav will probably do even better in Prem too.
Dude. All right, well you know what, that takes care of our promos. That has us rolling right into a really short demote section. I don't have a lot of demotes, which is kind of weird, right? Because normally demotes are kind of going to be they could be your make or break player. They could be a player who's coming down, who's kind of washed, and you really don't want to draft them because you know they're not really going to put out and help out for you. Or they could be a guy like Palo, who probably shouldn't have been demoted.
Nope.
It is.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
And every GM just knows, like, oh yeah, we're about to get curb stomped by whoever drafts this guy. Oh god. The one demote that is the most like hardcore song in the background. The one person that Pythag told me that was kind of a really noticeable. Like it was a demote, and then it got canceled out because enough people reported. Good old Snack Time getting pushed back up into Master
We love snack time.
because he was about to be an elite, and then yeah, no,
Yeah, no.
put that man right in Master. He does not need to be clowning on the rest of us scrubs.
No,
Oh,
we don't need
please
him to win the
feed
tier.
Yo, please don't feed his ego. Please
Oh,
don't.
dude,
Please. I'm
Dude.
begging you.
I loved. There's a clip in like when we used to do the exclusive 8 clips of the week. There's a clip out there where I like had to cut out the audio from the music so you could hear him just scream, "I am that man. I am the best. No one's been." And I'm just like, dude, your ego is like, and it's so great because it's like the lovable ego. It's the guy you're just like,
Yep.
I love this
Yeah.
guy, but he's just, oh god.
I mean, I know it firsthand. I got to play with him in the Nully tournament, and our entire thing is we always say that the GOAT performs at an elite level, but he's now master. So I guess I gotta say the GOAT performs at a master level now.
That's fair.
We love him though.
I didn't see any like super notable demotes when I was looking through like the sheets.
I do know of 2.
Throw me some names.
So we have Kundi, who was an elite player last season and is now vet, and
vet?
yeah, he is in vet. But I mean,
Huh.
he is going high. That's what I will say. He is going high. A lot
Yeah,
of people will try to get their first pick.
I played with him in a couple combines, I think last season, and he's a pretty solid all around guy. Yeah, he's gonna make a lot of teams really good. Like if you pick him up and you pair him with like a super mechy striker, that could be a problem. That could be a problem.
Yeah, I've played with him, and he is a great player. And the other one that I know of that it's not really a demote anymore, but he was demoted, then promoted, then demoted, then promoted again, was Razi, who was an elite player from last season. He was on that fire team that made it to playoffs, and they decided to put him
Oh.
back down in the vet.
They tried to put him in vet.
Yeah, I DM'd him and I was like, "You should totally play with me," and he was like, "I'm vet now." So then I told him to start on my vet team, and then they brought him back up. But they did not know what to do with him. But I'm pretty sure he is back in elite now. I honestly don't know. They could have changed him again.
Well, I don't think they'll move him around. I know the final tier list was posted, and I think to get moved after the final tier list requires like, it takes a lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got reported way too many times once they saw that he was in vet. Because I don't think an elite playoff player should be going down a tier.
Probably not. Probably not. Boy, that is something. Let's see here. Enigma, have you seen any impressive or like people who came down into maybe the lower classes?
I'm looking right now, and so far there's nothing really that's looking too crazy. I know there was. Let me go into Challenger. Mr. Bio Effect, he's in top of Chally now, and I know his last rival season he didn't do too great, but the season before that he had around I had to find the stats, but it was like a 60, 70 SPV. So it's not even like the talent's not there. So I think going down, he's gonna be a huge person to look at, especially in Challenger this season. But other than that, I'm not really seeing anything that's really crazy.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I mean, there's a very good chance, going into the next season, we'll potentially see a player that was demoted and pops off. But I don't really have anybody else to really go at. So if you guys are cool with it, we can move on to our quick overlook of our double promos, and then kind of talk about what to look at the draft stream and then wrap things up.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
So going into the double promos, I was given a list by Mr. Pythagorjack so we could actually see all these people. Let's start at the bottom. We knew I was about to shout it out. Altered Sparky double promoed to Prospect. Not surprising. That's all I'm gonna say. Like it's the man was good. Like clearly too good for Emmy.
That happens a lot in Emmy. You have the players
Yeah.
that you have those players.
What's your cutoff? What tier would you think should double promos end?
Um,
Oh.
that's a tough one.
So it's like you got to look at it like this. Like you amateur to even challengers, the skill ceiling is not that high. So like you talking about Diamond 2 to Champ 2. That's not really a crazy jump, especially because that's the rank where you're starting to really like get down your fundamentals, and even just learning the basics can get you so much farther ahead in those tiers. And so I feel like once you start to get up to like the rival veteran range, I feel like it starts to rely a little bit more. I mean, that's coming from me. Like this for someone that's in the middle class. I feel like that's where the cutoff's a little bit heavier because you got people going from challenger, into veteran, and that is almost like an SPV like dropper. Just because the amount of difference in those tiers is insane compared from amateur to even bottom of challenger. It's not that big of a difference in my opinion. I started contender, and there's days where I feel like prospect and contender feel the exact same. Prospect and challenger felt the exact same, except for a little bit better consistency and speed.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. I personally, I think it's Chally and the vet. Like,
I mean, you are the rival to Elite Man, so I feel like you also have a good
Wait.
input on this.
no, and I hate it, right? Because that season was rough. Because we had myself, we had Cloudy, and we had not Kaido all get double promoted from rival to elite, and then all of us had like an average season in elite. We all had like around 50 SPV. So it's like, I really don't agree with it because I don't think it's reasonable to expect someone to make elite from rival where players aren't really developing the best team mechanics to then move into elite where you can't have bad team mechanics and succeed. Like,
Yeah.
you go from, hey, you can, if you have a good team, you're gonna win games in rival versus in elite. Like, that's the minimum. Like that is the minimum. Yeah.
I also couldn't imagine a vet player playing in Master.
No,
That I
Zach,
definitely could never see.
I'm saying that it was like it. I think it was an anomaly because, like, I'm pretty sure other people will struggle with it. I could be wrong. I've been wrong a lot of times before. This could be one of those moments. Not gonna lie. Major to
I do agree
master
though.
promo.
Yeah.
If vet to Master is rough, I don't think anyone would be able to do that.
Yeah, I also feel like there's players that do really well, that have like a good team that have a lot of synergy and a lot of like good chemistry. And so like obviously you're on a team that's winning, you guys are clicking, you're doing well, it's gonna boost your stats up, but you might not get that everywhere you go. So individually as a player, like are you skillful enough to make the double jump, or do you rely strictly on having those teammates that are gonna be consistently like able to click with you?
So, okay. So we got through. Sorry, I am all over the place. DJ, are
Yes.
you ready to move on to the next guys?
Yes, we can move on.
Yeah.
Do you want to
bring them
shout
up.
out the guys who got promoted from contender to Chally?
Yeah, so this is the guy that I almost brought up when I brought up Tech 4's contender team, but it is Heartless Wins, and I did get to play with him because I was on Tech's franchise, and this is just a no-brainer. I think even though he's a double promote, he will start. He is insane at the game, I would think, and I don't see a problem with him playing at that level, but I do think he is that good. Putting up a 106 IDR and a 95 RPV, I feel like we'll be
Jesus
fine.
Christ.
Yeah. Plus, that entire team was disgusting, so I think all of them would do perfectly fine wherever they are placed.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
And next we have Light MCC, who I do not know him very well, but I mean the stats say it for himself. Although his 100 IDR and a 95 RPV, it's the same with Heartless. They are probably both that good, and they can both play at that level.
I agree with you there. I had a tryout, attend one of my tryouts about a week ago, and he was keeping up.
Look at these AGMs rubbing in my face. Holy cow. So you had him at your tryout. Okay, how'd it go, my man? Was it good? Was he that good?
Yeah, I mean, he was keeping up with some first, second rounders and challenger. I mean, he was putting points on the board. He was really impressive. I definitely think he really for his position where he's at in challenger, it's pretty accurate. I feel like he's gonna be really dangerous this season with his current cross.
That's fair. Well, fellas, I think it's time to talk about the next man up. Let's talk about the fellow who's promoted from prospect to rival, who probably shouldn't have been put in prospect. He was
I know who
he
this
was in
is.
Chally. He had an okay-ish season. Well, I shouldn't say okay-ish. He was bad enough that he got demoted. And then he immediately decided, oh, by the way, 100 SPV season, here we come. Mr. Slolo himself. I can't believe him and Trav were on the same team. Because, yeah, that was an incredible rebuild. We followed that the entire season. We saw that they were decent to start, and then they immediately went from, like, not going to be a playoff team to we're going to do total rebuild, we're going to pick up Slolo, we're going to pick up Trav, and they looked great. They became a playoff team almost instantly.
Oh, thank you.
So for sure, I think he's got what it takes. I think if he grinds the game and really just puts in the effort, he could be that guy.
All it takes is good teammates for him to be built around. And that's a great team right there.
Yeah, I had no idea. I have no idea why he was in prospect last season. It was a no-brainer to pick him up last season. I'm really. I was not surprised that they put up the numbers they did, but I think in the early season when we were reworking our rival team and Slolo was in franchise tryouts, he was put up some really good numbers. So I think he's gonna do great, especially where he's at.
Fair. Well, we have 3 double promos from Chally to Vet. We have Levi Bullrush, Dalton, and Dates, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think any of them are gonna do bad. I made the joke with Dates, if I was demoted to Vet, we should team, because he could be that mechie guy, and I would be so excited. It didn't work out, but there was a chance. Could have been me, Dates, and Sturmo just killing it in Vet. I would have had a lot of fun.
And I mean, we were just talking about where double promos stop, and I completely take mine back because now that I see that Dalton is on there, because I came over to ITA and he was my only vet player that was a double promo, and I played some with him, and I just know already that he's gonna be fine in the tier. He is that good. At first thing in the double promo, I'm like, he can't really be that good. He might be like a 4th, but I think he's starting on that team easily.
I agree with you.
Oh god. Let's see here, because yeah, all 3 of them were absolutely incredible. I don't think there's any major discussion that needs to come out of these 3. The next one, okay, we have 2 double promotions from rival to elite. We've got Chillin and Just Laban. I don't know Chillin. I do know Laban set the record this last season for most saves in a season.
Yep.
Which was kind of criminal that somebody can get the most saves and still be on a winning team. Because yeah, normally a player who's getting a lot of saves is giving up the midfield and they're struggling. Right? Like we've seen it before.
Oh yeah. Laban, I also think is like towards middle of elite, but just the skill.
Is
I
Laban
think
more expensive than I am?
Honestly, maybe. Let me see something.
I gotta see this. I think Laban will do just fine in elite. Laban's like the best 3rd man you can ask for.
Yeah. Laban is 1560.
15. Laban is more expensive than I am. What the heck?
And the skill is there. Like combines, there's just.
Yeah, that's funny. Oof to Laban. Get wrecked, nerd.
The unforgiving numbers.
Let's see here. Who's the last? So we had Chillin. What did Chillin do? Chillin at 106 SBV? What?
That's pretty good.
How was I not? Yeah, that's okay. That's mediocre. mediocre season. Okay, first off, why did I not pay attention to this person last season more? Oh my god, 34 games, 43 goals, 31 assists. Seriously, how did they get 106 SPV and I didn't even see it? Yeah, this person's probably gonna be fine.
I would say so.
Oh man. I'm thrown for a loop here. All right, last one.
This one is
Tons.
crazy to me.
This is. I'm gonna have to follow this one because this one's gonna like. This one's got me fucking. This one's got me giddy. Wait, was Gizmo double promoted or did Gizmo not register? Did
No,
somebody...
no, Gizmo was that last season.
No, my point is Gizmo had a better SPV. What was Gizmo's IDR?
87, and Tons had a 114. Which
That would explain. That would explain
Yeah.
why Tons got the double promo and Gizmo didn't. Because yeah, Tons was double promoted from vet to master for anybody who didn't put 2 and 2 together here. Wow, that is.
how does one even get a 114 IDR? Like that's crazy.
So, I had a 114 IDR in season 16 in Rival, and it was literally like I was that guy. Like I was getting goals, I was getting assists, saves, the whole 9 yards. So somebody getting a 114 in vet is nuts. Like that is.
I
We've
just
never
don't know
really.
how vet players go to master. Like that's definitely the biggest jump that you're gonna see.
I'm. We'll have to see. We'll have to pay attention. We'll have to just kind of keep an eye on Tons all season because, yeah, getting double promote from vet to master, that's one hell of a jump. Like you're talking.
Yeah.
I think there's like C3 GC vets, like a couple GC2 scrapers, and now you're moving into master, which is like GC2 GC3 category. Like that's such a large jump.
I feel like this is gonna be one of those players that like you see as a 4th man in master, and just give him like, they just show what master is. But I could be wrong, and Tons could be just some prodigy that I've never heard of. But we will see. Would not surprise me.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna have to like midway through the season. I'm setting a reminder right now on my phone. I'm gonna have to midway through the season be like, hey man, look at Tons. See how he's doing at master. Because hey, who knows? Maybe he pops off. Maybe numbers obviously once again see something I don't, and it's just gonna be. Maybe I just need to have Pythagoras send me like a detailed report every week, so I know what I'm talking about. But dude, DJ, how do you feel? Somebody leapfrogged. I think because you're still in the lead, right?
I am.
Yeah,
I know, not very.
leapfrogged you.
Yeah, people are not. I mean, I know a couple people that are not happy that I'm still in the tier, but I'm here for another season.
Crazy.
But
and he didn't
I'm
even
hoping
try
it's
to
my
pick
last.
Me up. That's crazy.
I'm hoping this is what. I mean, I love Elite Chat. I am an Elite Chat supporter until
Dude,
I retire.
Chat is wild. Do I still have
mean,
that? Do I still have that GIF that was or that video that was made? Hold on.
from Cam.
Yeah, from Cam.
One of the posts of all time.
Oh, one of the posts. It was like top. For those of you who aren't following, Elite Chat is like something. Elite Chat is wilding out every single season, just massively talking poop to one another, and it kind of culminated with what he paid. I'm trying to see if I've still got it somewhere saved on my.
I know I can get to it somewhere. I mean, I can take partial blame because me and my teammates were maybe not the most friendly last season, but it was still funny.
Elite sucks. Yeah, I think I got it. I think I got it right here. I'm gonna have to put this up because this was top tier memeing to just be dropped in a tier chat. Like there was no preface to this. It was just boom. Here's a meme. Okay, let me see if I can get this up on my Scuff stream here. Let's see here. Let's do media source. We'll do. We'll call this one Scuff stream. I can't even spell stream right. That's how scuff this is.
I'm gonna start laughing at this video again.
Hold on, I gotta hurry up and mute the music. We don't need music for the background on this one. This is This is its own audio. This is great. Okay. I will go ahead and get this playing here.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired. Listen to the sound of my tears around. Every now and then I get a little bit nervous that the best of all the years have gone by.
Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit terrified, and then I see the look in your eyes. Turn around, bite eyes. Every now and then I fall apart.
And I need you now tonight. And I need you more than ever. And if you only hold me tight, we'll be holding on forever.
Oh my god. Dude, that is like that was the greatest thing. Well, I got like 50 messages like, "Hey man, you need to get in Elite Chat right now." Oh god. I love that too. Like I love the minor trash talk that goes. Well, should call it minor. I love the massive trash talk that goes on in Elite Chat because it's all in good fun. But oh my god, it's great. That is that is exactly what you want out of a fourth man. You want a man who's just in the meme shop throwing shade. Which is great too, because y'all won. Like
By now.
Oh, I had you muted. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry,
now.
DJ. Oh, I had you
Oh,
muted. I'm so
what
sorry.
did I say?
I'm so sorry, DJ. You were talking about how Cam's the greatest fourth that you guys ever had.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about how
yeah.
to be a great fourth, you need to just be in the
Oh,
meme
yeah.
lab, just dropping diss track after diss track.
100%. I know on New Year's Eve, Cam posted a picture into Elite Chat of Happy New Year from Azathoth, and it's just all four of us, and then he just called everyone frauds, which was a great picture. We loved that.
The pod's falling apart. I'm just over here struggling to manage audio because now we had double audio because I still have the stream audio on, so my desktop
no.
audio is pulling in stream audio.
Like I said, I'm just sitting in the corner laughing at y'all talk. Just like,
Dude, I'm trying. I'm just trying to get through the stream.
I'm just like,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I'm like, man, I'm doing great. I gotta get a live performance.
Oh, dude. But no, that's 100%. So like we talked about double promos. We've clearly gone off the rails here a little bit. Draft stream, just want to reiterate, that is tomorrow. It is not being hosted by me. I am not producing this, so this will look a lot better. I promise you. If you are playing, especially first time, you're going to want to be there. There is something special about having your name called and like knowing that like a team or a GM has gone out of the way to select you. And you know, it's something to get to enjoy and kind of commemorate. I know I'm going to have a watch party going, so
Oh yeah, same here.
it's worth it. Oh, Bean, I know you're in the chat. You are producing and casting and hosting and everything tomorrow, right?
Gonna have to be there.
God, I hope he's there. We did the draft lottery. Oh my god, dude. We failed. First tier. We failed. Oh man, I love it.
It
Thank you,
wasn't that
Fiend.
bad.
No, it was. You know what? Hey, Fiend's got like 16 seasons of this, and this was my first. So you know, I don't feel too bad. I don't feel too bad. No, man's gonna be a stud tomorrow. Please tune in. We have an event made. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of watch parties going on. So if you wanna hang out, totally hang out. But let's see. I don't know. Is there any DEs you guys want to? You guys are both AGM, so this is a tough question to ask. Is there a DE you've been looking at that you're like, oh, this is a great player?
For certain tiers, I've been told not to speak on this matter.
I've also been told not to speak on this matter.
I mean, I picked up a vet
Uh.
FA, so I can shout out some people. Hold on. For veteran, a boy of mine, Galaxies, great player. I wanted to take him, but I was afraid he would get picked, so I had to pick up somebody else. But
Dude,
any other tier, I was told not to say a word.
what?
Or
Why? Why would you possibly hold these truths close to chest?
I want to keep my job.
That's fair. That's fair. Uh,
I get
uh,
abused enough by my GM. I don't need this on top of it.
that's fair. Uh, there's two DEs, or there's at least one new to the league DE that I've been paying attention to that I really love. Minja's a homie. He's in Chally. Uh, he's getting back into the game. He's grinding a fair bit, which is nice to see. But Minja's a stud. Really can play up to it. I haven't been wrong before. My Majestic Eagle was also super cheap a couple seasons ago. Shouted him out. He was also pretty solid for his price. He was only like 12-15 that season, so he was pretty much tier man. But I just want to give a big shout out to Minja because I think he's got what it takes. But outside of that, fellas, do you guys have anything else you want to say before we kind of wrap up the stream and call it good here?
Think I'm all good. I just think that if you are a DE, you definitely should watch the draft because I know Boss definitely didn't because he told me I didn't realize that he was never drafted. But
Mhm.
it was very nice having my name get called. So
Hey,
it, it
I'm an FA. I'm gonna write it out till tomorrow. I'm probably gonna get
that is
drafted.
true. That is
Yeah.
true.
Well, for the love of everything holy, please look out for your messages from your franchisees, your GMs, AGMs that be hitting you up. Please, please. So we don't have to wait 3 business days to get you on the server, get you situated. Just get in, be on the lookout. You're gonna get called. You're gonna get invited. Just please look out.
Happens every season. There's like a dozen players who just don't pay attention to their DMs, and it's like, dude, do you want to play or not? Like, are you gonna play for the save or not?
And it's always like, oh, sorry, man, my cat threw up. I'm like, bro, that was 4 days ago.
Oh God. But for sure, for anybody who's tuned in tonight, obviously we've seen a lot of support tonight. I do want to give a big shout out. Thank you for being here, especially because we're getting into season 19, and we'll go ahead and we'll catch y'all next week as we kind of start talking a little bit more about what's going on in the season. But for everybody else, have a good night.